Bands come and go. As much as we'd love our favorite bands to stick around forever, always gifting us more musical treats, there's often a lot more at play than just the creative force. They can break up due to personal or creative conflicts, a lack of viability in being together, or slightly more sadly, the members simply don't want to be together anymore. Here's a list of bands who never quite got the recognition they deserved and are sadly no longer with us. But before we look to the past, make sure to subscribe to APTV and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. And check out the link in the description to the Spotify playlist featuring all of the artists on this list. Bands that should have never broken up. Number 9. Diabolo Planet. The epic Nashville six-piece may have a name that immediately makes you question everything, but the music more than speaks for itself. Diabolo Planet's guitar-driven jams, and that's 4 guitars total, that give you nothing but good feelings and make you want to rock the fuck out. Think Weezer, only with a wall of guitars behind them. Number 8. Merchant Ships. Purveyors of post-hardcore madness and emotion look no further. Merchant Ships brought savagery with an unrelenting rawness, but the piece de resistance of their hollowed discography is Sleep Patterns, which sets aside the barrage for an emotional and incredibly intense wander through the idea of death and how people cope. Number 7. Transit. Okay, so you very well may know of Transit, but can we really say they got the recognition they deserved before calling it a day? Some say the downfall began upon the release of Young New England, which is just frankly incorrect. The album got a lot of hate for its change in direction and the difference in production, but it's a solid album filled with emo joy. Transit deserve greater acknowledgement for what they achieved in their time together. Number 6. Rubin. A legendary British band who, if you've heard of them, you'll miss every single day, but if you haven't, you're missing out on something extraordinary. Fronted by the epically stylish Jamie Lenman, Rubin held a special place in the hearts of rock and rollers who love filthy sounding riffs and vicious attitude. Besides, you have to love a band who titled an album Race Car is Race Car Backwards. Number 5. The Format. You might recognize the voice of The Format as that of Fun's Nate Roos. It was his first band before hitting the big time with We Are Young. And although they were signed to a major in the form of Elektra, the band never got the support needed to establish themselves nor to promote their debut album, Interventions and Lullabies. A sad fact given the pop strength of their aptly titled debut single, the first single, You Know Me. We hope to remove them from this list permanently after their 2020 reunion shows in July. Number 4. Drive Like Jehu. While bands such as Drive Like Jehu may have their cultdom now, it doesn't mean you could drop the name to your parents and they know who the heck you're talking about. Clattering and raw punk music that's always threatening to fall apart, the 90s never sounded so good. Fortunately, guitar fulcrum John Reese continues to raise your heart rate in his post-Jehu band Hot Snakes, whose reunion album Jericho Sirens was released by Sub Pop in 2018. Number 3. Be Your Own Pet. This Nashville band were the epitome of garage rock in the purest sense of the term. With a youthful vigor that only being an angsty teen can bring, these young punkers swiftly made a name for themselves with songs such as Becky, a story about a broken friendship, but the ride only lasted 4 years before they called it a day with a final show in London. Number 2. Turbo Fruits. Born from the ashes of Be Your Own Pet, brainchild Jonas Stein took what his previous band crafted so well and turned it into a snarling ode to being a kid and growing up. While they may have released 4 albums on various labels over the years, they aren't all readily available. So if you like what you hear, get ready for a hunt. Number 1. Does it offend you? Yeah. No one quite pushed boundaries like Reading UK 5-piece Does It Offend You? Yeah. Across 2 albums, the dance punk band were as volatile as they were hard on sleeve. Every limit felt like it was being pushed, including yours once you entered their world. The world has felt a bit empty and a hell of a lot quieter since they called it in 2015.